The great Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Dwell on what is good and your mind will embrace it. Think clearly and justly, and your spirit will reflect your wisdom. Your mind can become elevated by thoughts just the same way it can be lowered by your thoughts. When one has positive thoughts, as the great Marcus Aurelius once advised, they can control their life and forge it into the way they want it. In today's video, we will speak on 10 Stoic lessons to increase your intelligence and outsmart everyone. Before we begin today, I ask that you like the video, and if you are not subscribed, then subscribe and hit the bell for notifications of more life-changing Stoic content. Number 1. Continual practice wisdom. The Stoics teach that true intelligence is not an achievement, but an ongoing process of striving to understand. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Keep yourself simple, good, pure, serious, free from affectation, a friend of justice, a worshipper of the gods, kind, affectionate, strenuous in all proper acts. Strive to continue to be such as philosophy wished to make you. Make it a lifelong discipline to continually expand your wisdom through voracious learning, reflection, and open-mindedness. Read broadly across diverse fields, eras, and perspectives. Absorb viewpoints very different from your own. Listen to those with more experience. Remain humble and recognize you have infinitely more to learn. Treat every interaction as an opportunity for growth. Even discussions with strangers or children can provide insights if you stay open. Seek knowledge from unconventional sources. Reflect on your experiences to derive lessons, question assumptions, and update your mental models of the world. As Seneca stated, we should every night call ourselves to an account. What infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired? Strive for deeper self-awareness to understand your biases and blind spots. Discuss ideas frequently with people of diverse backgrounds. Debate respectful why without clinging to ego. Synthesize viewpoints rather than shutting out opposing ones. Stay current on discoveries across the arts and sciences. Keep abreast of new paradigms and information that may change your understanding. Continue lifelong learning. Intelligence is developed by maintaining an insatiable appetite for truth and evolving your perspectives. Remain a humble student perpetually hungry for wisdom in all manifestations. Keep practicing. Number 2. Seek truth and knowledge. The Stoics emphasized tirelessly seeking truth and knowledge as central to cultivating intelligence. Maintain a voracious appetite for learning through extensive reading, active questioning, and open-mindedness. Read deeply across diverse topics: philosophy, history, poetry, sciences, spiritual texts. Absorb viewpoints very different from your own. Return often to the wisdom of the ancients. As Marcus Aurelius advised, be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. Approach every conversation as a chance to learn, not just to state your opinions. Ask sincere questions and listen intently. Be willing to have your assumptions challenged. Reflect critical why on your experiences to extract lessons and reevaluate conclusions. Strive for greater self-understanding to become aware of personal biases. Discuss ideas frequently with people of varied backgrounds and expertise. Debate respectful why without ego. Synthesize viewpoints rather than rejecting in order to strengthen your own. Stay updated on new discoveries, paradigms, and information that evolves your understanding. Learning never ceases. Remain a humble student in perpetual awe of how little you know. The inquisitive mind that craves truth above all else can never be satisfied because knowledge is infinite. But exploring the boundless ocean of ideas fills life with discovery and growth. Keep seeking. Number 3. Engage in intense focus and concentration. The Stoics understand a key practice for developing intelligence is cultivating intense focus and concentration rather than multitasking. When learning or problem-solving, devote your singular full effort. Find or create environments tailored for undisturbed deep work. Turn off notifications and remove potential distractions. Try working in 20-30-minute sprints to maintain energy. Before diving into intense thinking, Set a clear objective and time limit to scope your focus. Whether reading complex material or tackling problems, define a purpose. As Seneca wrote, "It is quality of thinking that matters, not quantity. A few things grasped firmly are better than armfuls held loosely." Focus wholly on the task at hand without diverting mental energy to monitoring emails, texts, or social media simultaneously. Avoid context switching. When you notice your attention wandering, gently return focus to the defined task. Don't follow distracting tangents down rabbit holes. Come back to the intended purpose. After intense work sprints, take breaks to recharge before resuming concentration. Balance focus with renewal. Intensity fuels quick progression, but requires energy. Like a laser beam rather than scattered bulb light, directed mental energy has tremendous power. Regular practice strengthens your capacity for sustained, undistracted engagement. Number 4. Use negative visualization. Visualize growing elderly and your memory and sharpness declining. Picture struggling to learn new things or follow complex logic as your intellect fades. Imagine the frustration of forgetting important details and events, taking longer to understand ideas, and communication becoming difficult. See your mind slipping away. Use this sobering visualization not to develop fear but motivation. If your reasoning and cognition could leave you at any time, how should you be using them right now? Appreciate the incredible gift it is to be able to learn, contemplate deep truths, and express yourself articulately in this fleeting moment. Seize this opportunity. Also consider how you would adapt to losing abilities by focusing on wisdom and helping others. Loss of certain skill need not prevent you from living meaningful why. By visualizing losing your faculties, you cultivate urgency to maximize their potential now while you have them. You squeeze all juice from the gift of an agile, curious mind until the very end. Number 5. Surround yourself with those wiser than you. The Stoics teach that surrounding yourself with those far wiser and more experienced accelerates your learning exponentially. Seek out mentors and experts across diverse fields to expand your perspectives. Approach admired teachers and leaders respectfully. Ask how you may assist their aims in exchange for the chance to learn from them. Earn your place as a student by adding value. Engage intelligently with their knowledge, but also observe their work ethic, routines, and manner of thinking. Imbibe the spirit of mastery in addition to specific skill. Form relationships and join communities where you are surrounded by those more advanced. Their wisdom will challenge you to grow. Stay hungry for the knowledge others have acquired. Of course, continue contributing your own insights too. It's not a one-way exchange. Share feedback that may help your mentors. Mutual growth occurs in fertile company. Being the least knowledgeable person in the room pushes you to rise to the occasion. An environment rich in expertise pulls you forward quickly. Keep finding spaces to learn. Wisdom is contagious, but you must place yourself in proximity. A single wise mentor can save you years of struggle. Let brilliance spark yours. Number 6. Question your impressions. The Stoics warn against naively trusting your initial impressions. Make it a practice to look deeper than surface appearances and question whether your first instincts are correct. Catch yourself when forming snap judgments about people, events, or ideas without thorough consideration. Remind yourself, my first impression could be wrong or incomplete. Rather than accepting your intuitive reactions, pause to examine them. Ask questions. Why do I feel this way? What assumptions underlie this conclusion? Is my perception accurate? Contemplate alternative explanations beyond your first instinct. Reflect on what key information you may be missing that could change your interpretation. Discuss your impressions with others to survey different viewpoints. Their perspectives may reveal overlooked aspects that add nuance. Keep an open mind. With careful observation and rigorous questioning, impressions become hypotheses to test, not firm convictions. Each impression is an invitation to learn more deeply, not the final say. The quick reactive mind is often convinced it sees the whole. But the discerning mind knows still waters run deep. Look past the obvious. Question your impressions as a matter of principle. Number 7. Take time to reflect. The Stoics emphasize taking time to reflect deeply on what you've learned. Simply consuming information is not enough. Regular reflection internalizes knowledge into expanding wisdom. Set aside periods for contemplation. Take walks in nature, keep a journal, discuss ideas with others. But create space to think without distractions or multitasking. Review what you've learned recently across different domains. How do new concepts fit into or contradict what you already understood? What connecting threads do you notice? Look for recurring themes and universal principles that cut across topics. Synthesize by relating insights from one field to others. Weave together concrete and abstract learning. Examine your experiences as well. What lessons or models can you extract and apply to different situations? How have your assumptions changed? Wisdom compounds exponential Y when you integrate new knowledge into your existing mental frameworks. Make reflection a daily ritual to process and consolidate continuously expanding insights. The mind must ruminate like a cow digesting grass. Reflection distill as thought into the clear milk of understanding. Take time to properly digest the feast of ideas. Number 8. Maintain cognitive hygiene. The Stoics understood that cultivating intelligence requires maintaining proper cognitive hygiene. Getting adequate sleep, nutrition, and exercise to stay mentally sharp. Don't neglect your body's role. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep nightly. Mental performance rapidly declines with poor rest. Sleep allows proper brain function, memory consolidation, and integration of learning. Eat a nutritious whole food diet high in antioxidants and healthy fats. Stay well hydrated. Avoid sugar and processed foods that lead to brain fog. Nourish your head through your stomach. Exercise regularly to increase blood flow, neuroplasticity, and growth factors like BDNF. Physical activity benefits reasoning and focus as much as muscle and heart health. Take relaxing leisure time to unwind tension and prevent burnout. Downtime allows assimilation of knowledge gained through intense study. Rest and recovery balance pushes. A fatigued, stressed, and malnourished brain quickly loses power despite innate potential. Cultivate your garden of intelligence daily through rest, nutrition, and training. Make your whole lifestyle support learning, not just your study habits. Sharpening the mind requires caring for the entire instrument: body, heart, and soul. Number 9. Cultivate objectivity. Train yourself to override emotional subjectivity. When examining any issue or situation, take time to detach from your intuitive impressions and emotional reactions. Don't let them anchor your perspective. Make a habit of asking critical thinking questions. What objective evidence supports or contradicts my belief about this? What key information could change my conclusion? How can I test my assumptions? Remind yourself that the truth is not dependent on what you wish were true. It does not care about your ego or comfort. Reality simply is independently. Align with facts. Try viewing issues from different angles and roles. How would this appear from an opponent's perspective? Is there merit in contrasting positions I should acknowledge? Consider all sides. No single metric or data point reveals the whole picture. Synthesize broad research, statistics, contexts, and logical arguments to triangulate on nuanced conclusions. With rigorous objectivity, you discern reality as it is, not as you wish or fear it would be. Subordinate opinions to facts, not vice versa. Let truth guide the way. Number 10. Develop self-discipline. The Stoics teach that cultivating intelligence requires rigorous self-discipline and consistent effort. Make learning and mental training a habit. Never use laziness or tiredness as excuses. Commit to focus on deliberate learning for a specific amount of time each day, such as 45 minutes. Don't just learn randomly or when in the mood. Treat studying as non-negotiable. Establish routines and rituals that structure study time and deep focus. Use productivity techniques like time chunking, Pomodoro, and shutting off distractions. Stay focused within defined learning sessions without succumbing to email or social media. Avoid mindless browsing that scatters attention and steals precious minutes. Also make physical exercise and proper sleep habits keystone habits to maximize mental energy. Caring for your whole being boosts cognition. Learning requires exertion. Growth happens not when comfortable, but at the edge of your current abilities. Mastery demands persistence through frustration and plateau. Push past laziness. Embrace difficulty as the price of achievement. Struggles indicate you are gaining strength. With consistent discipline, breakthroughs follow in due course. Keep working. The mind is like a muscle. Untrained, it atrophies. But with regular exercise, it grows in strength, dexterity, and endurance. Commit now to lifelong training and avoid intellectual decay. If you are listening to this, thank you for staying till the end. If you feel any of these Stoic lessons resonated with you today, feel free to start a Stoic discussion in the comments. I welcome Stoic discussions as they are what the great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca advised for. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, and if you want more content like this, subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways.